this video, we showcased Gold Key Comics, which was created in 1962 when its parent company, Western Publishing, switched to in-house production. Rather than branding and distribution by its partner, Dell Comics. Now, Gold Key, like Dell, was another major American publisher that never had or used the comic code seal on its covers. Gold Key also featured numerous licensed titles and several originals, and also spun off some of Dell Comics' four-color series. So, come along with me and some of your favorite comic book YouTubers. Micah, the Graphic Man, Jamie Jambo Comics, Ken, or as we all know him better as Grottu Orloff, and of course, the professor of comics himself, Roger Metarog, and Steve, the all-knowing Charlton 66. Bada bing, bada boom. I'm just calling. What's up, comic book junkies? I was actually just calling Grottu, but here he is. I knew someone was missing. What's up, gang?
Call has been forwarded to voicemail.
We got the whole gang here. Hey, Ken. Grottu.
Hey, guys.
Yeah, I was talking to the plumber. Sorry. There I am.
We got 17 watching. Let's go around the room. And let's get, let me see. How do I do? Okay, Micah, how you doing, man?
Doing well. Thanks for having me.
You got a lot of Gold Key ready to go?
Too many. Too many.
We got a full house here. We got 20 people watching. We got Jamie Jambo Comics.
Hey, guys.
What's up, brother?
Looking forward to it, man. I've dug out some Star Trek and other things I'm hoping everybody's wanting to see.
You got those Lost in Space?
Yes,
I know you got those.
So
we got Metarog. What's up?
Greetings, Four Color fans. Great to be here with Mike and the crew. Yeah, as usual, I'll have some oddball things and a few weirder things than that coming up. So we'll see.
We're looking forward to that. Well, Grottu, he's talking to the plumber. Uh-oh. What happened?
Uh-oh.
We got a second Grottu here. I can't get him in. I got to get this guy out. Technical difficulties. Kick him from the studio.
Hope the storm's not affecting him too bad either.
Okay, here we go. I can't. Okay, here we go. There you are. Whoa, look what we got here. We hear you.
Yeah.
You ready to go?
Before, I could only hear you and no one else because you were calling me at the same time I was logging into StreamYard, and it knocked my sound out. So anyway.
All right.
All right. Yes, hello.
All right, let's look at the whole gang. Let's see who's here. So, of course, we have La Cruz's first one in, always as always. Hooray and wahoo.
True.
Hello from New Mexico. August. How do you say that? Ascetic. Welcome from Hawaii. Now, he said he enjoyed my Captain Strangelove challenge that we did a while back. Hopefully, we'll be able to do that again. Steve. What's up? He's been on vacation for a while, enjoying his time off from work.
Hey, Steve.
Got a new dog.
Oh, yeah, he did. He got a new dog, Harley. Watching the show with him. Hey, Harley. Hey, Charla. Harley Codwell. Of course, we got Jackson Roy Kirk. This stream is going to be gold. Graphic Man chimed in. Surf Blue. Our friend from Georgia.
Hey, Dave.
Red Paint.
Hail, Pete.
Aggressively relaxing. Like that name. Looking forward to the Gold Key Trek collection. Charla. What's up, Charla? Thank you.
Hey, Mrs.
And
Caldwell.
then Cheap Creep Napalm. This is quite the curated list.
Chip Creep.
And I am one of us. I am one of us. Now I remembered. What's up? I am one of us. Justin. Okay, so today we're going to show Gold Key. We're going to talk about the history of the company. And we're going to have trivia and some giveaways. We said we'd let Micah go first. Okay. Micah, show us a few Gold Key comics. Tell us what you know about Gold Key and what you got.
Oh, a little of everything, but we'll start with some J Evil Scientist.
Sweet cover. I need that one.
That's number 1.
That's cool.
And here's number 2.
Oh yeah.
Number 3. I'll try to go fast because.
Well, go at a pace so that we can see what you got and enjoy it.
This is their version of the Munsters, essentially, right?
And I don't have number 4s. Hopefully, one of you guys can show that.
Now, what was the premise behind that? They didn't have, they weren't actually have a cartoon, did they?
Well, I thought they appeared on Snagglepuss or somebody.
Yeah.
Snooper and
Blabber.
Some blabbermouth. Whatever.
So I'm going to be very eclectic and show you a variety. So here's Turok. Turok is a great character.
Oh yeah.
That's one thing you got with Gold Key was a lot of variety.
Sure did.
Oh, yeah. My favorite Martian.
They had about every genre you can think of.
Yeah. Eagle Bailey.
Thought this guy was creepy.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
And a little Popeye.
Popeye and the Dinosaur. And the Hag.
Very cool.
Wow.
Now, these are circa, 67 or something?
Probably.
12.
I always like to see. I love the Sea Hay covers. This is my favorite.
Yeah, probably mid-60s somewhere.
What was the name of the character in the background there that has the frilly collar?
Was that the Goon?
The Goon.
Alice the Goon, I think.
Yep.
And we'll quickly get out of Popeye. I don't want you to lose your audience.
Another Sea Hag. I didn't know there was so many Sea Hag covers. I thought there were very few. Now that's all original material, or is that reprint?
I thought it was.
That's
original.
a great one.
That's
it
a good
didn't really
cover.
quite fit a comic strip. So, all right, here's some Lost to Space that Jambo and other guys are going to show.
Oh yeah.
Those painted
So
covers
many,
are awesome.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. Where are they? Do they sell quite a bit? Are they still around? That's a great one. Anybody know? You ever see any Gold Key original covers for sale? Paintings?
Very rarely.
Oh,
Very rarely.
That is cool. I love Magilla. They are hard to find. I've been looking for some Magilla for a while. And the Grape Ape.
There's Snooper and Blabber. Yeah. Nice.
Do you do any of the voices, Graphic Man?
No.
Of the cartoons?
All my voices sound the same.
Dun, 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 dun.
Check out these snakes.
Oh, nice.
Eee.
Alien snakes. The Twilight Zone.
Here you go, Jambo.
Oh, number 8.
That's
Nice.
one of my favorite covers because it has the whole crew on it.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
And my favorite police show after Dragnet
yeah.
was Adam 12.
I'm with you.
still watch the reruns.
Oh, never seen that one before.
I think that was the last issue, number 10. So.
Lost and do the theme song, Jamie.
Yeah. Now you cut me off. I don't want to take up too much time.
All right. We'll let you leave it there with some Turok, okay. Son of Stone, Turn to Stone. So you showed this one, so I got to show it.
Yes.
Wait, let's get everybody. Does anybody have that one on hand?
Yeah, let me find it.
I've got it.
I got it.
Yeah, I could find it, I guess.
No, I don't have it.
Roger, you don't have it?
No, mine's are a little
I
late. My
have,
Star Trek stuff's a little later.
I also have this one if I can find it.
Yep.
I thought
There's
these were in
Grottu.
order, but
Yep.
Like a Masonic greeting. You have Star Trek. You're part of the club.
where the heck? I wanted to show this other one. Oh, this is from IDW.
Whoa.
It looks the same, right?
Wow.
It's
Yeah,
from
pretty-
2017.
Probably
It's
had
100
really great paper and coloring.
It's a 100-pager.
Yeah.
I've never actually
Okay.
even looked inside it yet, but look at this. It says 100-page gold key spectacular.
Whoa.
Okay, Roger, you need to find that.
Yeah, man, sure do.
You're on the hunt.
One
All
more
right.
for the list, for the voluminous list.
Too many comics are not enough. All right, breening where no man has breened before. A 4-way breening. That sounds kinky. I
Yeah.
don't have it. Those Star Treks get more expensive daily for some reason, unless they're in poor condition. I'll take those in poor condition if you don't want them.
You got it.
Car 54, where are you?
That's good.
Okay, Jamie Jambo Comics is up in the house. You got any Jungle? Jungle
I
Code
do
Keys?
actually have a couple. You want to see that?
I knew you
somewhere?
had to have some.
Everything is just, yeah. I'll find it here in a second and show it to you. I'll show you one of my favorites, though.
Okay, do that. Yeah, I don't have that one.
Uh-huh. I knew that was coming out for you.
And
I did.
Francis, yes.
Is that like a near mint copy?
Probably Girl from Uncle, too, coming up.
I got that.
And some Green Hornet.
Green Hornet. Nice.
Oh yeah, number 1.
Yeah.
Yep.
There was just 3 of them. I have all 3 of them, but
Oh, there was.
Sweet.
Wow, I thought there was only 2.
and this was a fun little series.
Oh, love that show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got to pull my time tunnel.
There were only 2 of those issues, I think.
Yes, only 2 of those. And I think there was like a
Oh, I don't have that.
bigger
Yeah, it was a
edition
treasury
of this,
size. Yeah.
bigger size one.
Yep.
Is that right? Right, Grottu? Was there a bigger one of these?
Hold on a minute.
Treasury sized one that came out
Okay.
right before the 76 movie. Yeah, he's got it. Whitman.
Green.
Oh, there you go. And I really liked this movie. I thought it was cool.
Oh, I
it's
did
kinda
too.
Hokey,
Well, I'm with you.
but I thought it was cool.
Do you have the last issues? Those are worth some
I've got
big money.
all of them actually. Yeah, this one is
Whoa.
kind of like the showcase, but had Yvette Mimieux from the Time Machine.
Dr. Shrinker. Sid and Marty Croft.
Yeah, cool. What about some Boris Karloff?
Oh, that's a cool one.
Number 2.
Yeah, how many issues were of that one?
2.
Thriller?
There was
Two?
2 of those, I believe.
And
Yeah,
then it
Roger's
became
right.
Tales of Mystery. Yeah.
Glad I got you guys. That's a cool
You
cover. I
are
never
not.
saw that one before.
Yeah, I like that cover.
Throw it in my pile.
And some Sinbad.
Ooh, I didn't even know that existed. Nice.
It's like I said, Gold Key. Yeah, you get a lot of different stuff, a lot of variety.
Well, let me halfway breen you while we're here.
Okay. Ah,
Thanks, Dave. Dave sent that to me.
nice pickup. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
it's a good
Jamie's
one.
had an extra D in there. Had Sinbad.
Some Grim Ghost
Nice.
Stories.
Nice newsstand.
Newsstand edition.
I think they were all newsstands back then. Oh, I
The
got
Microbots.
Microbots. I know a lot of people have this one.
I
I
got
don't
that.
This
have it.
one's like a one shot too, right,
Yeah,
Roger?
it was correct.
Those are the brand new Microbots.
Had that
Night
Yeah.
Tiger, that guy, I'm sorry to interrupt, that Dr. Shrinker is a troll that's been harassing my wife for about a month on my channel and even on other channels. We were watching David Wilcock live, and he was putting negative comments about Cleo in the chat on that because he knows
Okay.
he's trying to annoy my wife. He's like, "How's Cleo in the green drink?" She drinks this green, nutritious stuff that I buy for her. She wasn't feeling well, so this guy's been trying to give us shit for a while.
He's deleted. He's
Yeah,
banned.
he'll come back as something else.
That's okay. He's banned
I
for
guess
now.
he's in love with my wife or something. Sorry to interrupt. I'm so sorry.
No, that's
You're
okay.
fine.
There's a lot of people in love with your wife, but we won't tell you who.
Okay.
We're kidding.
Yeah.
Nice. No, but he's banned. Oh, that's cool. Man, there's a lot of these I haven't seen before.
I'll let somebody else take a turn if they want to.
Okay. Hold on. Let's see. Last Frontier. Guys, we got 42 people watching. That's probably a record
Whoa.
for me.
Nice.
43.
Wow.
All right, Roger.
Yeah, man. Gold Key, I
Medicaid.
tell you, a lot of people they don't show this stuff except Mike and the people on this panel. So
When I put it in YouTube search, the first thing came up was King of Comicdoms.
Oh yeah,
from
that's
5 years
Florida.
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's
Yeah, I
a
missed that guy.
breeding.
Breen.
Jamie
Anyone got that? They want to Breen?
I've got it, but I don't care to bring.
this is just the wackiest cover. I mean, look at that creature and the kids and robots. It's got everything, every trope you can think of on that cover right there.
There's apparently a toy line that nobody's ever heard of.
I never heard of it.
Yeah,
Here's the little monsters.
Oh, nice.
That's the next one I was going to show.
Oh, well, you can bring me there. Go to.
Yeah, I guess I can.
Here's a series I really enjoyed because it had like the classic monster wound in the story, Dr. Spectre. And here we have Mr. Hyde and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde in the story. You see him back there.
Oh, cool.
And that was issue number 5. Number 6 had the Monster of Frankenstein.
How did you do that? It's like sleight of hand and just another comic book appears. Don't get me started. I got mine all in alphabetical order because of you.
Jambo showed the first one, and I'm sure that Micah's going to show this, but here's the first issue of Thriller.
Yeah.
All right.
Really odd in that this is a card stock cover.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like a square bound, but there's no staples. It's just all glued through the spine. It's really an unusual combination of binding here. And here's a Turok Son of Stone.
I think that's one of the later issues. I see that one quite often.
Yeah. Here's this is a one shot. I told you I love the weird stuff. Captain Venture and the Land Beneath the Sea.
Oh, nice.
I've never heard of this until I picked this up a couple years ago. It is kind of a
I've
wacky.
seen a few of those. Yeah, they're cool.
You just stumbled on it?
Was that?
You just stumbled upon it?
Yeah, just stumbled upon it in a dollar bin. Here's one of my favorite shows, The Twilight Zone. Here's this guy's running away. He's got some kind of amulet that he stole from these guys. And he's a legionnaire. And then Mike, this is something that I love this character, but he was only 2 issues.
Yeah.
And he originally was a Golden Age character. It was revived by Gold Key, the Owl. And he has the Owlmobile up there. It's not called the Owl plane. It's called the Owlmobile for some reason, even though it's a hovercraft of some hover plane of some sort. And there were only 2 issues. I got 1, and I found 2 earlier this year, right there.
Well, let me see if I can kind of bring you a little bit.
Oh, that's his Golden Age. Yeah, nice, real nice. Yeah, the difference being that the Golden Age character was more of a straight superhero. This one was very campy, like Batman 66.
66, yeah.
But I love that kind of stuff. Here's another oddball one that I ran across. Mike Mercury Supercar. Yeah, and it says right here, Supercar roars out of control into the fury of a raging volcano.
It's cool.
Very
Looks
dramatic.
like George Jetson should be driving that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this I think was only 2 or 3 issues. I have the other one somewhere. I couldn't find them. Again, more Boris Karloff. I got a bunch of these. Just cool little anthology stories. This one is later, obviously, newsstand, as Mike would say. He was afraid of his own shadow, and his shadow knew it.
It's not. I would say it says every other comic book YouTuber says.
Sorry about the bag there. And here's a really cool painted cover, number 92 of Boris Karloff. Look at that creature.
Oh, nice.
They're controlling it with some kind of electronic transmitter there.
Wow.
Real like Jurassic Park.
Tales of
stuff,
mystery.
Yeah, right.
I think he has more Boris Karloff has more notoriety among us for the comics than the movies.
In the movies, he's just starting. Yeah. Here's one, what's that trope, like the evil hand that you can't control? This is the same kind of thing.
Poking to the eye, that's a popular trope.
Yeah. Look at that. Look at that.
That's a good painting too.
I'd like to have a high grade copy of that.
And here's some kind of zombies coming out of the swamp.
Yes.
On this one. Yeah, the owls are cool. It took me a while to find those two, but the number one, I found both of them like in dollar bins. They just randomly come up. Here's a later Dr.
Hold on. Does anybody know Colty McNulty?
That's my wife.
Oh, it is?
That's one of her names. I'm sorry.
Shoot. I banned her because she was making a comment about that other guy I banned.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, that's my wife upset.
I didn't know that was her.
Really hurting her feelings.
Check with us before you do that, Mike, please. Thank you.
Okay.
Here's later on, Dr. Spectre, where they went away from the painted covers. They went more to the line drawn covers. Number 25. And I think was it Micah that showed the Adam 12? Here's what am I?
There you go. Look at that.
Yeah, love that show. All right, go on to somebody else.
All right, Grottu, you are up. Show us some cool gold key.
Okay,
and let me go unban your wife.
Well, sorry, it's been an interesting 24 hours or more. We have no heat here. The boiler went out, and it's going to be 8 degrees tonight. So that's why I was late coming in, talking to the plumber, and hopefully this home warranty service that we've got, I should ask Jambo whether it's a good company, will help take care of the boiler. But anyway, the plumber's got some piece coming in tomorrow that should get it at least temporarily working. The first comic I ever owned, 1969, is December 69, but it would be a few months before that. Anyway, this is Choo Choo Charlie. He was the spokesperson for Good and Plenty Candy, but this is not my childhood copy. Drew, no. It's that's been lost, but this is one I got later. I actually have 2 copies of it. It's a significant thing to me, probably to no one else.
Cool.
There were these.
I've not seen that one except on your channel, so that's pretty cool. They're pretty rare, I guess. Yeah.
The dog's wanting to eat dinner, and she's wanting to chew on these books. But anyway, that's not going to happen. She's not going to chew on them. It's not that dinner will happen. But anyway, this is one I got as a kid. This is more in the condition that it would be in from, man alive. There's no light in here. I can't turn on this space heater and the light at the same time. Anyway, it's from like first grade. Wacky Witch. It's kind of their answer to Wendy the Good Little Witch, except she's looks deranged. So that's Wacky Witch. I picked that up a couple other times. Whenever I've seen it in my life, which is 3 times, I picked it up. Shit, Drew. No, sorry for the language. Hold on. Let me build the boxes up so she can't reach the comics. I pulled all these out, which is something I hate to do. Okay, they're family photos that show my older brothers reading comics before I was born, holding comics in their hands that never survived to be handed down to me. And one that I remember seeing is Walter Lance's Space Mouse. And I know this isn't Gold Key, but it would become Gold Key because this is when they had the art on the back cover. Gold Key provided stories and content to Western publishing was around probably for over 100 years. made coloring books and everything, and they were the ones providing a lot of the material to Dell, and then Dell would print it, and then in '62 they split away and formed Gold Key and said we'll just do it all ourselves, and so they took a lot of the stuff away from Dell, and then Dell was kind of a shadow of itself. With they didn't have the painted covers anymore. Dell just kind of looked kind of crummy from '62 on. Okay. This was a childhood copy. Let's see which one. Yeah, this was a childhood copy from probably first grade. Let's see if I can. Man, my eyesight.
This is how to
72, June 72. So that's when first grade was ending.
unrevoked.
Um,
You can actually live stream.
There's a trick that Graphic Man discovered where you can look here, and it says, it says 206, so that means 72 June. So you don't have to open up the book to tell, but you still have to open up the book to tell what the issue number is. So, oh boy, this dog is not making it easy. First time I was exposed to Dark Shadows was through Gold Key Comics, and it just looked so amazing. And I never even saw the soap opera until probably the late '70s when it was syndicated to TV. But I had a lot of these comic books, and I would have seen it, except we were living in Germany from '69 to '72, and so it just wasn't shown on the Armed Services American Language Channel. So that's now. The J Evil Scientist thing, the question is it their version of the Munsters? Well, it's Hanna-Barbera's version of the Munsters. They had another version, not the well, no, this is their version of Charles Addams. What would become the Addams Family. Charles Addams did those comic strips of what was later called the Addams Family, and that's what this was based on. The Munsters was based on that too, and the Addams Family TV series was based on. So it's a complicated thing, but the thing is, Dell had this, which only a few issues of this, but then they also had the Little Monsters, which I'm breeding you there, Metarog, and I've got tons of Little Monsters. But the Little Monsters is a family. But the ironic thing about that is they also did the Munsters. They had the Munsters license, although I think they started it towards about midway or towards the end of the run of the show. So they had the Little Monsters, and what the Little Monsters is it's everyone in the family is a Frankenstein monster. The dad, the mom, the kids. It's so yeah, I've got tons of monsters. I probably need to get food for the dog and feed her, and then maybe you could have someone else go and come back to me because it's just an S show here because she's trying to eat the comics to let me know she's hungry.
Okay.
Did I mention I mentioned we have no heat. Yeah, it's a horrible situation here.
Apologize to your wife for me, and I'll get her unbanned as soon as I can.
Oh no, she's hearing you. She's watching the show.
Okay.
That's just a guy that's been trying.
I know you said that he makes new accounts, so I thought maybe he just made a new account.
He says he has 200 accounts. Yeah, he's just a professional troll, and
I tried to protect her by banning her.
Yeah.
All right, feed the dog, man. Feed the dog.
Feed the dog.
Ooh. All right, here's one. I don't know if you guys ever seen this one.
Oh, nice.
No.
One shot.
I remember that show, but no.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
CBS ran 26 episodes from 66 to 67. This was produced by Sherwood Schwartz, the Brady Bunch fame, and Gilligan's Island, and used a lot of props and sets from the other shows like Gilligan's Island. That was that was in production at the same time. So very cool looking guy. I haven't read that yet. This was a show that I think it was one season. Legend of Jesse James with Chris Jones. Nobody remembers this show at all.
No.
No, I don't remember that one.
It's in 3D. This was a fun one to pick up. I saw this on eBay, and I was thinking about buying it. Thankfully, I didn't because I found it at a comic shop for what did I pay about $5 for this? It's a giant issue, The Lone Ranger. It's funny. The first story in here is actually about his horse, and it's from the horse's point of view. So very cool. These Charlton Giants, they're pretty tough to find. I can't remember the name of his horse. Help me out here.
Silver.
Silver. There you go. And he carried silver bullets.
Yep.
And wear blue underwear. But who didn't grow up watching this? This was on Sundays with what was the guy, the Yukon Mountie guy?
Sergeant Preston.
Sergeant Preston, the Lone Ranger on Sunday mornings or Sunday afternoon. I don't remember. It's been so long. And another Lone Ranger issue, just great painted cover.
Yeah, we had the Lone Ranger and Sky King. Remember the Sky King?
Fill me in a little bit. Sounds familiar. Well, who was he? What did he do?
He basically just flew around in an airplane and helped people and did stuff like the Lone Ranger. Except he didn't wear a mask. He just flew his airplane.
So here's the Whitman variant. This ran for 44 issues, and 19 were Whitman. 15 through 42 were Whitmans. The Babysitter, The Little Monsters, Orville, Orvie, and Awful Annie. Bat Balloons, another Whitman. And I got a little digest here. Mystery Comics Digest. So any of you own that issue of Twilight? I think it's Twilight Zone that has the shrunken head cover. The lips are all sewed up and everything. That cover.
Yeah, I know the cover, but I don't know if I got that one or not.
I don't have it. I'd like to get it back in the collection. The Girl from Uncle. What was her name? They always put their name here. It doesn't even say. April and Mark must die for a modern Captain Kidd. Just
I knew somebody would show that one.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of her name.
Is it Barbara something?
Here's a promo.
Yep.
What was the question, Barbara? What? I was away from the phone.
Who was the girl from Uncle? Who played the
Stephanie
character?
Powers.
Stephanie Powers.
Oh, yeah. I wonder why it looks so good. Flintstones at the New York's World Fair.
Nice.
Then we have a nice giant-sized Christmas, Walt Disney Comics and Stories from 1963, number 268. And a number one. See if I can do the.
I don't think you're going to be able to fill in for him, Mike.
I was watching this. His name was Flipper. Help me out, guys. We got Magnus.
Oh, yeah.
5,000 AD.
Yeah, it's some of my favorite.
Yep. Those go-go boots.
Russ Manning did a great job on that series.
Yeah.
And this is a golden book, but that was part of Western Publishing, so I'm going to show it. Starsky and Hutch.
Ooh.
Flea market $1.05.
Is that like a comic or what?
I think it is. I know it's not a coloring book.
Because they had they had some text with inlaid art.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Look at the way he's sitting on the chair. And he's eating a donut right there.
Yeah, they were so cool.
Yeah, you're right. It's text.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I have a few of them like that, yeah.
Starsky.
So cool, Mike. So cool. It counts.
Now, my dad, this looks a lot like my dad. And one day my dad came home. He told me he was in Kmart and he heard some kids talking, going, "There's Starsky." And the other kid goes, "Nah, what would Starsky be doing in Kmart?" Dr. Solar.
Yeah, it's better than my friend whose dad looked exactly like Abe Vigoda, and everyone thought he was Fish. And people would not believe him when he told them he was not Abe Vigoda.
And what's cool, these early gold keys are like the size of Golden Age comics. They're really wide.
Yeah,
they
big,
don't fit in Silver Age bags.
Yeah, you need
and
gold.
like Grottu said, they had the same picture on the back cover as the front cover.
Yeah, they had like a
About the
virgin
text.
on the
So,
back. Yeah.
Let's see what's on the back cover. So this is a giant issue. Fun type
nice.
roundup.
Oh,
Doggy
doggy.
Daddy. Quick Draw McGraw. I don't know who that is.
Oh, that's those. Yeah, you just showed them there a while ago. Somebody showed them.
This
Yeah,
is
I
the
wasn't
first
looking. I
gold.
wasn't looking.
Snooper? Was that
Show it
Snooper?
again.
This is first gold key issue after Dell's number 11.
Snooper and Blabbermouth. Yeah, that's where Jane.
Yeah.
Mrs.
Like
Jane-
you said, front cover.
Yeah.
So this is the Virgin cover right here.
But when it's one of those
Virgin.
George Wilson painted covers, you can blow it up to 11 by 17 and frame it and have your own little night gallery of amazing.
As
art.
I was going, actually, as I was going through my collection yesterday, I thought I'm going to get some of these printed up poster size and put them on the back of my
Right.
door right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because
Did they ever come out with a book that had all those photo covers in the?
It's still supposed to be coming out, but Kevin
nice.
in the chat probably could tell us it's
Okay.
been delayed at least a year and a half.
I hear that they're going to make a movie of this
Oof.
to compete with Superman.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
Oh, I can see the
pull the
appeal.
other one.
Yeah, I can see the appeal for sure.
I just read this last night. It was very good. It's a giant. It's really wide. It's a Golden Age size. Huckleberry Hound. Hi, it's Huckleberry Hound. Beanstalk without Jack. I tried to look up his cartoon and try to do his voice.
Were you smoking a pipe while you were reading it?
And this is my favorite Golden Age cover. I asked everyone to pull like their most favorite gold key, so we're gonna do that later if you did that. But this is my favorite. I want to. Yeah, I forgot to tell you. If you can, pull out your favorite one. I want to blow this one up and put it on my door. I think this is a really cool cover. UFO and outer space.
Nice.
Okay, not bad. Half hour, round one. Does anybody else got a giveaway tonight?
I got a few books I could probably pitch in the kitty.
Okay, I got one. I'm going to do trivia later.
Okay.
So I'm going to show that and
Yeah, small stack.
let everybody know that later on. Make sure you got access to Google because you're going to have to look this up because I doubt if you'll know the answer. So I'll be giving away a little gold key collection so you can start your own gold key. Little man from Uncle Action, as Jambo would say. Lost in Space and The Lone Ranger. And to make it eclectic, we put the Invaders in there. Invaders.
Oh, love that show.
And A Girl from Uncle. And look at this. I even put the back cover there so you can see it.
Oh, fancy.
Wow.
Daniel Boone. And just if you're not into gold key, I threw in a little Marvel key and a little DC key. Karate Kid #1.
How would they be 40 minutes into a gold key show if they're not into gold key?
And Roger loves the Legion. Karate Kid #1.
Yeah, man.
Loesch.
Loesch fans unite.
Okay, Graphic Man. He's going to blast us away with some more gold key.
All right. First of all, that one was shown earlier.
Breen.
And we're probably going to be stepping on each other's toes, but that's not going to be.
Oh, man. You guys, I have to go get that now.
And so, what's a gold key without this?
Oh, yeah.
Tarzan with a machine gun.
Yeah.
Wow.
You went all Rambo.
So,
Little monsters. Oh.
Here, Mighty Mouse fights robots, and these robots are real home wreckers. There's another Tarzan.
Before you get too far, let me do this.
Like that cover.
Hey,
there
I knew somebody had that one.
I can pull it out too, but I don't want to.
Whoa.
It's too much
bad.
trouble, man.
here's like a one shot.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Dang it,
I
man,
got
you
that
guys
one
were
somewhere. I
short.
couldn't find it though.
That one's a little pricey.
Gunsmoke,
Mm-hmm.
the #1 Western television series.
And Ripley's #1.
Nice. Ooh.
Nice.
Throw that in my pile.
The Bonanza
Nice
Boys.
Bonanza.
Here's a little Fess Parker.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Phantom Blot.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that one.
And here's some Muttley.
Do the laugh. Do the laugh. There you go.
And this will be my favorite. So,
Doggy, doggy. Do the voice. Doggy, doggy. Hey, son. Hey, son.
So Topps Comics was a kind of a side off of Gold Key.
Do your flipper.
I can't.
I think those are sold in bags, like 5 packs.
Yeah. Pink Panther #5.
And being a spectre.
Now they say to attack a shark, you thumb him in the eye, but I say Mickey has the right. Just kick him in the side.
And the guy has a gun over there.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Now I'm not going to pull it out, but when you do on the back, it's the same scene except these two lumberjacks are not there. So it looks like that.
The variant.
So here's Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Nice. Who didn't grow up watching that?
Oh, doubles.
Any Snively Whiplash?
Ooh, Bullwinkle got buff.
Charlton. I have, but not
Space
Gold
Mouse. Very cool Space
That's a
Mouse.
good cover.
Look at that creature.
Honda Rica. I think Roger goes there on vacation.
Oh, all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see those alligators there too, by the way.
Nice.
Jetsons.
Rosie. Beetle Bailey.
Jambo
Okay.
Black Hole.
Oh, yes. There's Vincent and crew of
They
the
also made a lot of these digests. So
Oh, I got a bunch of those. I forgot to bring them out. Drat.
Go, Roger, go.
Nah, they're buried down there. I couldn't get them.
Very cool. The Boy Scout issue. Nice.
I think. Did you show that one yet?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Roger, you have that?
Yep, sure do.
Whatever happened to Baby Pebbles? Cave Kids, nice. I don't have any of those.
Cadets and the cadets, yeah.
Almost done. So here's some Top Cat.
Oh, nice. I think I have that one. Let me see.
Yeah. Do you say that was your favorite?
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Have you read that, Top Cat? Oh, sorry.
There's number 2.
Another Breen.
Them Top Cats are really funny.
Here's the silliest looking face you've ever seen, but still like it.
Disturbing.
Yes, very.
All right.
Looks like the Microbots villain down there.
Man, just dig those painted covers. Metarog. Dang, giant alligator.
All right, 2 more. And I'll turn it over.
Before you go,
Wow.
So how many gold keys do you own? I mean, as far as like how many boxes?
Well,
You were telling me earlier.
probably 6 short, because Mighty Samson, I give him his own box. Boris Karloff, Korak, but I put little stuff in there. But
Now, what do you have more of, Charlton, Dell, or Gold Key?
Dell.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, Jambo, let me ask you the same question. What do you have more of, Dell, Charlton, or Gold Key?
Probably Gold Key, actually, because of the Star Trek and Lost in Space and stuff like that.
So how many short boxes do you think you own? Of Gold Key?
Not that many, really. Probably 4, maybe.
Not that many. I only have 2.
Yeah. It's a nice UFO.
Nice.
Ooh, beauty.
New Jersey.
Giant comic.
Yeah.
What year is that? Do you have the years on the back?
68.
Oh, nice. That's a good year. I was born.
It's number 1 also.
Oh, cool. Is it a one shot or is there more?
I think there was a couple of them, I believe.
Yeah, there's more. They weren't all giant, but there were some more.
Here's a
48 pages.
Also. That's a Gold Key champion.
Ooh, so what does that mean?
I think they just started reprinting some of their older magazines and just put it as 48 pages, and
so it was like 77, 78 or something.
Well, it's 50-cent cover price, so
But it's a giant.
40. But it's giant, yeah. That's probably late 70s, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we were trying to find this. This is one of my favorites.
Ooh.
Oh, Tiger Girl, yeah. There you go. He's got his Jungle Girl.
There you go. If there's a Jungle Girl, Jambo finds it.
That's right.
Lily Taylor, the Tiger Girl.
We'll have to send him to Africa.
All right, here's Fantastic
Nice.
Boys. The only bad thing about this was it had only 2 small pictures of Raquel Welch in it. So,
yep.
Who's seen that movie? I remember seeing that movie.
I've seen it like a dozen times.
Yeah.
And this one, I don't know what happened to the first Planet of the Apes, but they only had this one.
It's the only one they did.
I had that, but I
not have the poster inside.
Yeah, mine. I found mine for $1. Didn't have.
Yeah, if you can get one with the poster, it's pretty good. So, I don't know if these are considered Gold Keys or not, but I'm thinking they were probably published by Gold Key.
Yeah, that's Gold Key. That's
press.
like the first 10 or 20 issues, I think.
Yeah, there's only 4 of them.
I forgot to pull those out. Man,
the back of that has Captain Kirk's record, like his service record, right on the back cover of that.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And like I said, there was only the 4.
Yep.
So, and I'll show you some of the Star Trek. Now, I'm gonna have to find a replacement for this because somebody colored in Spock's eyes.
Oh,
mine does too.
Oh, really?
I swear. Let me show you.
Yeah,
This
somebody
is a weird- you're probably thinking I've got a pen out and I'm doing it right now to do.
somebody
the
did an
ultimate
ink pen, and they did something to Kirk's hair also.
I don't think they got Kirk on my copy. That's so weird, man.
Makes
Here,
him look
yeah.
more sinister, I guess. You know.
Okay,
Yeah.
here. If you show me real quick, sorry to overstep, but
Let's see
yeah,
Grottu real
someone
fast.
gave a spot
coming,
like
I'm coming.
hippie, or I'll
Hold
show
on.
you in a little bit. Whatever.
I'm coming.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, see, someone did it to Spock here too. He's got
Whoa.
hippie glasses, and they colored on Kirk's face with a pencil, but they really got Spock. I didn't even notice it when I found it, because I'm half blind, and I got home.
That's
I go,
funny. I didn't notice it either until I got to looking at it real close, and I was like, "Oh, somebody did that
Just
to
looks-
his eyeballs."
Looks like dramatic lighting. Look at the Doc Savage pose he's in. Like, it's pretty good. No Leonard Nimoy could do that pose.
I'll show you a couple more of these.
The voodoo.
7 and 8. And 3 and 6, or 5 and 6.
Playing football there.
There's 1 and 2.
Nice.
You're
And
killing it, people.
there's
Oh,
Samson.
Mhm.
No, Micah
Very
has that one.
yeah.
He's probably got
Brand new.
Number one.
a copy of that. Yeah,
It's brand new.
from 64.
Yeah, I had that one.
What?
I wanted that
Number
one.
5.
Just some of the imagination on these covers is incredible.
It's number 13.
Oh, it's all one man.
Is that a licensed property or original?
They
think
licensed it from the guys that wrote the Bible. Just kidding.
Right.
No, no, it's an original property because you can't really copyright Samson's name. Yeah, it's a
It's number 60.
dystopian future book,
There's not an omnibus out there?
When they put out these hardcover versions of Gold Key without there's like several different companies that have done the reprints of the Star Trek books. One, the art looks really muddy. It's like they just photographed it from old comics, and it looks, yeah. Star Trek's been collected, and so has Dark Shadows. I don't think Mighty Sampson has.
Mayor wants to know if those are biblically correct.
That one's great. I found 7 copies of that in $1 bin.
Nice.
Oh, you're my
Someone-
hero.
Wow.
Someone was stocking up on that issue. That's the first one I bought when I was a kid. That one.
When you were younger, you're still.
He's got a sword, but he karate chopped his arm off.
What's the little 3-digit code that Micah discovered? When did that come out?
This is number 28. It's
Well, right under Gold Key, there's 3. The last 3 numbers. What are they? Does it say
506.
Okay,
Hey,
June
77.
65.
Yeah.
He's
Huh?
wearing a denim vest.
That's 75 because unless that's a reprint.
It was 25 cents. So yeah.
Yeah,
it's probably-
June
Oh, okay. Yeah.
75. Yeah, because I wouldn't have been buying it in June of 65 because I was born in April. So
Gotcha.
actually, that would have been on the stands if it was June of 65 when I was born. All right.
Roger's warming up his brain.
All right. Okay, breeding Jambo there. One of my favorite movies
Yes.
of all time.
movie.
Donald Pleasance being the bad guy in there. Anybody remember this show? Family Affair.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I just watched the video on her life. on
And
YouTube.
Buffy.
Yeah. Something bad happened to her, right?
Yeah,
It's a classic. Yeah.
a lot
that's
of this,
classic show.
a lot of this cast, a lot of bad things happen to them. Yeah.
Sissy. Who didn't have a crush on Sissy?
Sissy and
when you were a
Buffy,
kid?
right? Sissy and Buffy is up here, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, that's Sissy. That's Buffy, right?
Jody and Buffy.
Jody and Buffy. That's right. That's right.
Mr.
And then
French.
of course one of the classic. I've seen these guys at live back in the '80s. Harlem Globetrotters.
Oh yeah, actually they're coming to Orlando, I think, this year.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I saw them when they had They still had Curly Neal and that gang.
They used to come on after Fat Albert on Saturdays.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Here we got a few Disney comics here.
Very good.
We got Donald doing a little shaving, and that Huey Dewey. I don't know. They just sort of got in there.
There's Steve's dog Harley.
And here's Mickey Mouse and Goofy being attacked by some kind of eagle. All right. And then we got what do you want?
There you go. There you go. Sound effects.
And here we have the Gold Mine Rooster Race. Walt Disney,
Aesop Fable. You can watch that on Tubi. I've been watching it. Sigmund and the Sea Monster.
Cool. And anybody remember this show? H.R. Puffin Stuff.
Oh, definitely.
H.R. Puffin Stuff. Yeah. Anyway, and we have little Chip and Dale going through the slingshot, but using it as a little swing. And then you said Whitmans are allowed, and then this one I have both versions. Bugs Bunny here with the kite. Skiing and water skiing, and that's the Gold Key version, and this is the Whitman version right here.
Very cool. Very
same
cool.
thing, but one was distributed direct sale, there was newsstand a whole bit. A couple more Boris Karloff here, little night action there, and a little iguana action here. They're probably falling out of trees in Florida pretty soon because of the cold. Got some Flash Gordon.
Do the song Flash.
Flash.
Yeah,
You'll
they
save
had Al
every one
Williams
of
in it.
us.
Here's another one. And I picked these up recently in a 50-cent bin. Buck Rogers in the 25th Century.
Rub it in, man. Rub it in.
And Dagger the Invincible.
Yeah, you were probably on cloud 9 when you saw this. For 50
You know
cents.
it, man. I read these things. They're so much fun. So much fun.
Curled up in a blanket with hot chocolate.
Here's another one, a Robot Fighter,
Man.
4000 AD, Magnus.
Whitman. The Whitman variant.
Yep,
That's worth a lot of money.
Oh, please. And another Flash Gordon here. I'm
That's
keeping
my
my
Mutants 98.
favorite for later. Okay, I'm keeping my. I
Okay,
got about
keep
4 or
your
5
favorites for later.
Yeah. Here's another Dr. Solar. It was one of the later ones where they went and they also put a little Magnus feature in there too. 60 cents.
And no more painted covers.
No more painted covers. This is number 30. Yeah, they kind of went on the cheapie for us there. But the older ones are still awesome with these painted covers. Look at that.
Yep.
So cool. It says part man, part robot. King Cybernoid strikes an atomic blow at his archenemies, Solar. Come on.
Yeah.
As a kid, you read that. You're buying that. There's no way you're leaving that there.
Move over, Marvel. It's Gold Key.
Here's some more Ripley's. I believe this is a Luis Dominguez cover, in fact. He did a few of these for Gold Key.
True Demons and Monsters.
Yeah, so they say. And here is a, anorexic horse carriage. Make way, a blazing evil lights, the midnight sky, weird, eerie, authentic. Somebody else showed Pink Panther. Here's doing a little crochet through his tail. Croquet. And Turok, again, really underrated series, I thought. Really nice, neat stories.
Trapped in the.
And one of my favorite characters, Porky Pig.
Yeah.
And what's her name? Petunia?
Petunia.
Petunia.
I think.
And here's another one. And it looks like that ostrich took Porky's poor little ice cream cone. And Porky's knocking on the door, and Bugs is stealing the fruit. Poor Porky. And here they went a little bit wild with the go-go checks on this one.
She picked up some cheap fabric.
Yeah, the curtains.
That's a good cover. I'd like to get that one. That is a good cover.
The curtains, the fabric, the tie, everything. Even her dress
reminds me of Milagros.
He's already wearing the tie, and she keeps piling on
stuff on. Yeah, this was on clearance in Big Lots, and
she should have made him some underwear or something.
Yeah, he just went wild on us. Okay, here's
Pigs Gone Wild.
Change course a little bit. Cowboys and Aliens. Remember that movie? Well, this is a precursor to that.
Oh, nice. I don't have
that. It says down
one.
there, Cowboy and Alien. And there you go. And of course, everybody remembers this.
Oh yeah, that's a cool one. Nice red cover.
Even though the actor was an American guy, but anyway. And what else we got here? Yeah, a little Star Trek action here. A little later issue.
Oh yeah, I remember that one in the 3-pack.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's where I got it, I believe. And real psychedelic kind of looking cover here. I'm not really sure what's going on there.
Are those tougher to get?
Yeah, it looks like his lips, but it's really the eagle or whatever's tail.
That's part of that weird bird there, yeah. But anyway, it's
kind of like a Salvador Dali.
You digress.
And remember this show? I remember this on Saturday mornings. Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea.
Oh yeah.
I love that show.
The Sea View, I think was the name of the
Sea View.
And I've never heard of this. I don't know. I'm assuming this is a movie, but it's Cowboy in Africa.
That's cool.
I've never heard of this, but it must be based on something, as that's
Cowboy Jim.
Chad Connor's there.
Oh, Chuck. Yeah, Chuck Connors.
Chuck Connors, yeah. And I've never heard of this show. So anyway, I just thought I found it like in a dollar bin. I was like, let me take a look. And it's just, adaptation, So all right, that's it for me for now until we get to the
Rusty's. Okay, Rusty's in the house. Meyer Greenbrett's in the house. Chip, I think we mentioned Chip. How do you say this?
Chip
Aesop's Fable. Aesop's Fable. All right. What's up, Grotz? Look at that creepy doll behind you.
Yeah.
Lyle's in. Hey, Lyle. Canada.
This morning I was looking through old price guides trying to find the one that said that the Whitman comics are worthless reprints. And then I thought, oh, shoot. And I started as a kid to separate them, and I was thinking, they're no good. The comics I got in those 3-packs. Today, someone on Facebook, I never found the issue, but I think later it turned out they weren't reprints. They were all first-run copies. They printed the gold key, and then they switched out the little element and laid the Whitman, and it was all the same print run. And then all of a sudden, Whitmans were more valuable because for 10 or more maybe 15 years, comic store owners were tossing Whitmans in the trash because it said in the price guide that they were worthless. And now, they're scarce. So whatever. They're not really scarce, but yeah, they were in 3-packs, which I think in the 70s, what was it, 79 cents? But today on Facebook, I wish I could show you this picture. Someone found, look what I found in the basement. And it was a pile of unopened 1960s Gold Key and Classics Illustrated that were in packs. The Classics Illustrated were 2-packs, but the Gold Key were 5 comics in a pack for 59 cents during the 12-cent era. And are these worth anything? And people are saying you should open the bag and get them graded, and other people say don't open the bag. Anyway, this is a childhood copy of the Addams Family, the cartoon series that. Any Addams Family that is not the 1964-66 TV show is inferior. But this is a great cover with Lurch as a rock star.
Which gold keys were original IPs? Can we name a few?
Well, there was Mighty Samson. There was Magnus. There was
Dr. Solar.
Solar. Mm-hmm.
as a kid, I always thought it was Dr. Solar, but I guess then lately I've realized I guess it was Dr. Solar.
Now,
Solar.
was Space Family Robinson, was that
That was original,
on
yeah.
there?
They
Okay.
Yeah,
just showed
they
voice to the
stole
bottom of
it.
this. Yeah,
Yeah, Dr.
Right.
Spector.
Irwin Allen did. There's no question that Irwin Allen. It wasn't just a coincidence. I mean, it comes from Swiss Family Robinson, but yeah, because Gold Key was publishing Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. I'm sure he saw other Gold Key comics, and he thought, "Oh, that's a good idea. I'll change it a little bit and add a robot and a ridiculous villain guy, um, and change the names of the characters." And then Gold Key thought, well, should we sue or but we don't want to upset Irwin Allen because they continue, they continued doing Time Tunnel, Land of the Giants, and we don't want to piss off the network, which was it ABC that had Lost in Space? No, because
CBS.
no, because Batman was on ABC at the same time. CBS, yeah, thank you. Anyway, so whatever, they just didn't, and I guess they worked it out where they could add Lost in Space to the title, but for kids, when Lost in Space was on TV, and in the mid '70s when I was watching it in reruns, and then the comics were still being published, it was kind of confusing
Yeah.
because they did Star Trek, which was true to the TV show, sort of, except they had flames shooting out the back of.
And they got Kirk's name wrong at the first, right? I think they
Yeah,
were
they did all
calling him
kinds
something
of
else.
things, like Captain Kirk talking to Spock. Really, black holes? I've never heard of them. Explain this concept. It's like a captain of a starship. Anyway, this is Jerry Anderson. This isn't an original property. Obviously, it's Jerry Anderson.
Wow.
Yeah, I
I've
didn't
not
see that
seen that one
before.
before either.
Yeah, this is. But they're drawn to look like real people, not puppets. And then, of course, they also did Supercar, and I think in this one they drew them to look like puppets. Yeah. This is real early because, when Gold Key started, uh, there was Western Publishing was used to publishing children's books and coloring books, and they split away from Dell, and they thought, well, we won't. They decided that they wouldn't have lines around the panels to make it look more like a children's book illustrations, and then they later decided to go ahead and do that the conventional way. So that's that. Put that over here. Oh man, I hate when I pull a bunch of books and I have to. It'll take 6 months. No, I'll get them all sleeved back.
I hear you. That's the
As
fun
far
of
as
it.
original properties, well, they, Ripley's Believe It or Not was a comic in the newspapers. Boy, this reflection is terrible. Anyway, this is the one in the chat. Kevin from Gotham City was talking about the shrunken head cover. Yeah, if I put it at an angle, yeah, that's what I got to do. I normally have better lighting. I just can't plug in another light or everything will go off. Okay, I guess that's the one you just showed. So I guess that's a Breen. Yeah, Space Family Robinson. It's original property. Yeah, and this has got the cover on the back. But they're more in a space station kind of thing. But it's basically that would be Will Robinson and Judy. There's just the older sister was added for the TV show, and the names were changed. But it's it's where the TV show came from. So yeah, that's one of the few cases where it worked backwards. Yeah, I got tons of those. And here's an original. And this is, although it's kind of taken from Goldfinger, Jet Dream. It's basically, and her stunt girl counter spies. It's basically like Pussy Galore's Flying Circus. I mean, because they're karate chopping, airplane flying, It's James Bond inspired, clearly. This is an earlier. I was joking earlier about the word iteration. Said I don't like using these egghead words. People have to look up. But there's an earlier iteration of Buck Rogers, not the TV show version. This one's from '64, October '64. I mean, Buck Rogers goes back to the 20s, but yeah, this is early where they don't have the lines around the panels. See, it's ooh, and I don't like the lettering either. They got better. Magnus Robot Fighter and Turok are probably the most famous original properties they had because they were revived in the 90s by what was it, Valiant. I never read those. They looked terrible. Maybe they were great, but they made a video game out of Turok, and normal kids
Oh, it
bought
was
it.
good. That one on
And
Xbox is really fun.
that's probably the most famous original character, Turok. But I don't think if you went in an average mall and asked people, no one would remember that. In '66, with Batman out, these guys that were like our age working at Gold Key said, "Well, what are some other old characters that we could bring back?" So they reached back into their minds to when they were kids in the '30s, and they did a Doc Savage
Oh,
comic.
nice.
So
We haven't seen
they
that
thought,
one.
let's get some of those pulp properties, because at that time they had the paperbacks coming out, and then they
No, that
also
comic
did
deserves a
G8
Mylar.
and his Battle Aces. Uh, I think these might just be single issues. I don't think that it took off. I don't. Kids in the 1960s didn't. It wasn't kids reading the Doc Savage paperbacks coming out in the 60s. That was older people, so it didn't take
Let me
off.
take a minute to recognize Knights of Old has joined us.
Okay.
Tom Ryan, Comics and Collectibles. Missing Mars. I don't know if we mentioned him earlier.
Oh yeah, Missy Mars is
And
great.
we also have Gotham City Comics. Kevin's
Yeah.
here.
Right. Kevin.
And we also have Jim Jars has joined us. We got 46 watching.
Cool. Yeah. This is an original property, although just looking at it, you figure that must be a Hanna-Barbera
Oh, how come I
cartoon, but
didn't
it
pull
isn't.
that?
It's because it's the
I like
perils of
that cover.
Pauline. So they said,
Yeah.
well, let's do Pauline Peril. But you look at it, and it really looks like it's probably a Saturday morning cartoon. It just was. But it really looks like it. The other one was, man, where
Hold
does
on.
that? Oh, you got to bring me. Yeah, there's another one. Yours is in better shape too. Mine is like trash. Look at that. There was another one called. Someone in the chat talked about a comic called OG Wiz about a robot or so. I've got that here somewhere. I don't know if I filed it under W or probably W. That wasn't a hit. Little Monsters. That's probably one of my favorite. The Crypt Keeper of Castle Hills in San Antonio says that's his favorite comic, and I completely understand. I mean, how can you resist a family where everybody's Frankenstein?
Did they credit the
Uh,
artist in Gold Key? No, they didn't.
no, they
Unless
don't.
unless they signed it.
It was, and they weren't selling to collectors. They don't put the issue number on the cover. That wasn't the. Yeah. Later on in the late 70s, both Charlton and Gold Key realized that they had stuff that collectors cared about. That's when they started reprinting the old Magnus Robot Fighter, and Charlton would put out issues, all John Severin, all Steve Ditko art. They realized, shoot, people want the garbage that we've got in the back room, and then they started reprinting it. But. Or here's a great Tarzan cover. That one with the gun is a classic. This is a good one though. This is
Oh yeah.
they're all great. But there were certain books that were. I mean, it was kind of a bait and switch because as a kid, they always had these great covers that you'd open it up and the art would be kind of drab. But there were some
Hokey.
great artists though. I mean, they had Al Williamson and Russ Manning and. But the covers always promised a lot more than what you really got. This one this was the first time I saw a Star Trek comic, and this is right about the time, let's see, March of '74. Yeah, I was really into Star Trek at this point. And Gold Key didn't necessarily here's a Whitman. It didn't really necessarily have the best distribution. I found this one on a newsstand. I mean, they were
Yeah.
in the spinner racks, but yeah.
All right. You got a few
I remember
more?
them in the spinner racks, but I was always looking for Marvel and some DC, And if I got a gold key, it was just a Star Trek, or
Yeah.
because they were out of the other issues I really wanted.
I can't believe that Metarog hasn't stepped in, because I know he loves this book. And when we're talking about original properties, because this is an amazing original property, Total War, which becomes Mars Patrol Total War.
Yep.
This had Wally Wood art. How could I have forgotten Wally
Yep.
Wood once worked for Gold Key?
Yeah.
That was
I have a
my
few of those
question
somewhere.
to everybody. I never saw Gold Key on the newsstand. The first time I
did.
saw were in the 3-packs,
Well, you started collecting. When did you start collecting?
like 77.
You see, that was towards the end. That was towards the.
Yeah.
They were in their death throes. I see. I was around in the early. I was there at the beginning of the Bronze Age, the very end of the Silver Age.
You're just a bit older than me, just to reveal.
Yeah,
I definitely saw Star Trek.
I'm not bragging.
I definitely saw Star Trek Gold Keys on the newsstand right next to, on the spinner racks, to the DCs, the Harveys, and
they were on the spinner racks. But I think you know what it is? I don't think it was bad distribution. I think it was older crowds coming in, and they were being bought before I could get to the spinner rack. I think Star Trek was popular with.
Grottu, how many Gold Keys do you have, like short box wise?
Oh, exactly what you guys were saying. I'm looking at 4 boxes here. But I have Dell mixed in, like Captain Strangelove. I mixed Dell in, but I don't have that many Dell because of when I was born. Dell was pretty much dead when I was born. Dell was a ghost of what it was, and Dell really did have bad distribution. And you know, their horror book was Ghost Stories, and it had some pretty lackluster covers. I mean, they were good, but even
the covers were
better covers.
The covers were good, but the art inside was horrible.
Some of them did, but the first one I got with the racetrack, I don't know, it didn't really hit.
I remember being as a kid, I would see the Gold Key painted covers and thinking, man, I don't want that. I'd rather have this John Buscema, Fantastic Four cover or something like that. And I would go out of my way to find something different than those. And now I see them and I'm like, oh my God, those are great,
Thanks a lot, Justin Roy Kirk. That was my trivia question. I got to change it.
Well, I have 4 boxes here, but I pulled all the Disney out into other boxes. So if you put in the Disney, it's probably like 6 or 7 short boxes.
You got more Charlton than you have Gold Key?
Charlton, I think I have. I think I have 3 or 4 boxes of Charlton. I've had a massive influx of Charlton lately because people come into Kevin's shop, Gotham City Comics, and it's like they're trying to sell him stuff. And then at the bottom of the box, just for liner, they've got a bunch of Charlton horror comics that they say, "Oh, you don't want those? That's garbage. I just put that in there to cushion the box."
Yeah, I know.
And then I buy the whole stuff. And
every time I buy Charlton, it's like that.
Charlton 66, who I thought was going to be on here, sent me a big pile not too long ago. And so I've had a lot more. But yeah, I probably have 3 or 4 boxes of Charlton. But I was always looking for. Yeah, in the Bronze Age, I was going after monsters and horror because that was the whole spinner rack was pretty much monsters and horror. Every company, that was what they mainly did. Even the superhero comics had monster-oriented covers. And I didn't get into superhero comics until after monsters. And I got into superhero comics because I saw the Fantastic Four with the Thing on the Marvel Treasury Edition #2. And then I read that, and it's like, oh, these superhero comics are great. And so that wasn't until the end of 3rd grade that I got into superhero stuff. Anyway,
so Roger, do you have more Charlton than Gold Key, or you have more Dell than Charlton, or
about the same? I think I have about a short box and a half of both.
Okay, I'm gonna do the giveaway. I do have a backup trivia question. So it's a 3-parter. Make sure you're connected to the internet because you're going to have to look this up unless you're a diehard comic book junkie. So it's a 3-part question. So we're ready. So we're going to give away Karate Kid 1, X Factor, and a bunch of Gold Key books. So for the 3-part question, first part, and you got to put all 3 in order in the chat. What company bought Gold Key? How did they change Gold Key in 1979? And who did they sell Gold Key to? So those 3 answers I need to get this awesome giveaway.
Wikipedia.
Look
I know
it up.
2 parts of that question. I don't know.
Write it up. Who bought Gold Key? How did they significantly change Gold Key in 79? And then who did they sell Gold Key to in 83? So there you go. 3-part question. Guys, keep an eye out for me while I sew some comics and see who can come up with the first right answer to that. And I'll go into showing my book so we can get along with this. So we got some top comics here. The Little Monsters.
All right.
Look at that.
A
Beautiful.
Gloom for Rent. That's
A
from
Gloom for Rent.
1967. This is number 1. I think they were all number 1s. Most of the top issues being reprints. Speaking of top comics, here's Top Cat. I remember reading this. This was really fun. Number 27, 1969. This was on ABC from September 61 to April 62 with 30 episodes. And
It's hard
it
to
was
believe
actually
it wasn't a hit. It was great.
it was actually a parody of a live action TV show. Do you know which one?
You asking me, or is that a trivia question?
Anybody. I'm just asking an open question.
Yeah, it was Sergeant. Was it Sergeant Bill? No.
Yep,
Was it
yep.
Sergeant Bill? Yeah.
Phil Silvers.
Phil
So
Silver.
Roger showed his Whitman, and then he showed his Gold Key.
Yay.
So I got another Whitman and another Whitman. Ooh, Roger, look what I did. And the Gold Key. No, wait.
No,
this
that's
is
a
the
different
same one.
cover.
Okay, 2 Whitman. Sorry. And then some Uncle Scrooge, some spaceship cover.
Those microducts were pretty cool. They should have came back.
And then you showed a Wacky Witch, which is original
Yeah,
property.
I love her.
And someone said, do I have any Baby Snoots? Baby Snoots number 1.
Uptight.
I realize I don't have any baby snoots, but I love that comic.
Baby Snoots, da-da-da-da. Baby Snoots, da-da-da-da.
Well, that's an original property,
Sounds like
right? There was no cartoon.
Yep.
of that.
Mm-hmm.
That was an original.
I love the psychedelic lettering too.
And another Baby Snoots.
It's like a
I
band
found-
would play with the Jefferson Airplane.
I found these in a dollar bin, but these are by Checker Book Publishing, but these are all the Gold Key reprints.
Mike, Steve is making an attempt at your trivia. He may have 2 parts of it.
I said
go,
1983.
go,
So that
go the
wasn't
one
it.
up above that.
Yeah,
No,
he's
they
got-
actually you got the last part wrong.
Yep.
They actually were Western Publishing before Mattel bought them, or did own them. Let's see, Mattel Whitman label replaced the Gold Key imprint at the time. Okay, we'll take that one. I mean, they stopped the newsstand and they started doing Whitman 3-packs.
Right.
So Jackson Roy Kirk with Jesse Lynch got in here first. Oh. No, so it looks like Jackson Roy Kirk is the winner on this one. They sold it to Richard A. Bernstein, who was a real estate investor. Okay, congratulations, Jackson Roy. You know how to contact me on Instagram and give me your address,
Rob
and I'll get
Jackson.
that.
I did not know that
packet.
last part. I knew the first 2. I did not.
Yeah, I
know
didn't
that.
know that last part either.
And then he just shut down the company. So I got these out of the dollar bin. They're the Gold Key reprints. There's number 5. Here's number 4.
Those are great pickups for $1. My goodness.
Yeah.
And then they're mint condition too.
Yeah,
Mm.
And then
you
number
did awesome
2,
on that.
Some amazing reading there for $1. Oh man.
and then number 1 looks like a number, almost like number 8 cover, kind of.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So those. Then we have some Funky Phantom.
Oh, good grief! Yeah.
Oh.
Number
That was a
5.
horrible cartoon, man. Horrible.
He's scared of his own hand puppet. These are all ripoffs of Scooby-Doo, basically.
Yep.
Everything was for years,
Yep.
but since it's the same animation studio, is really I guess it is.
Yep. You know, kids solving mysteries. You know. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about this one? The Moonshiner. Oh no, the Moon Spinners. I always think it's Moonshiners.
That would be a better movie.
That would not be a Disney movie there.
It may have been more exciting. I don't know.
That would have gotten a lot of views, though. The bounty.
The 1962 film released by MGM starring Marlon Brando.
Marlon
I think
Brando.
that's the only Marlon Brando comic cover in existence.
I don't know.
They didn't make
Maybe,
a Godfather one.
It
You might have
made
something
5.
with the Superman movie. I'm not sure, though.
Yeah, I thought about that, but that would be a Treasury edition. I guess that counts. Yeah.
They built a replica of the Bounty for $750,000.
Wow, that was a lot of money back then.
I have 500. Either Marlon Brando, I think, was paid 500,000 for the movie.
Yeah,
and 10% of the profits. So, and then I think someone showed this earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Debuted in 1959 on the what does he say? Super and Blabber.
Super and Blabbermouth. You can see the cartoons on Internet Archive. You can beam them to your TV. They have all the cartoons there of Snooper.
Old Yeller. I've got the Dale version of that.
How about this one? O'Malley and the Alley Cats.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
And then no one has showed any Phantom yet, so let me do that. This was a trade from Lady Fantastic. A fantastic trade from the lady. With a nice miscut up there. And then, of course, Man from Uncle. I wrote high grade copy on the back. High Adventure Heroes.
Ooh.
That's a banana split paper, basically. It looks like.
Hanna-Barbera. Those were the days, boys. And then Gold Key Spotlight. Tom, Dick, and Harriet. Ooh. Swimsuit cover. And remember, they don't have the comic book authority because this is all kid-friendly stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then, of course, you got to have some more Fess. Fess up to the Fess. Number 3, 1965. Photo cover. Then, of course, some more Girl from the Uncle. Does anyone have Get Smart? Didn't they do Get Smart also?
Yeah, it was Dell, though.
Yeah,
Dell.
Dell.
Oh, Dell did it.
I have all my Dell and Gold Key together. Do you guys do that?
Yeah, I
do.
do.
I put all my Dell
separate
together.
them. Yeah. Unless it's a continuous run, then I'll do the Dell and then the Gold Key.
And then Girl from Uncle. This should be the girl that cried Uncle. That's a good cover. I like that cover.
Kooky, spooky.
I'll show
adventure.
4 or 5 more. What do I got here? I'll show 2 of these and this one, and this one. And this one. And this one. I'll pass it along. Okay, Dark Shadows. I think someone showed that already, maybe.
I don't think that issue. That's a beautiful cover.
Number 13, April 72. Dr. Solar. Man of the Atom.
Sweet.
And anybody else have this one?
Yeah, I have it.
No, I remember that series Disney did, that show.
This is my lowest grade Gold Key comic. Smokey Bear. Give a hoot, don't pollute. Oh, that's Woodsy Owl. Only you can prevent forest fires. And Speed Buggy, the Whitman variant. Another Scooby-Doo ripoff. American animated Hanna-Barbera CBS TV series from September 73 to December 70. There was only one season.
It was a
Speed
great
Buggy,
cartoon.
Debbie,
The way-
Mark, Stinker.
He would tiptoe on his tires. It was awesome.
Yeah. It was a ripoff of Speed Buggy.
Yeah. It was picked up by Charlton later.
And then
England Tales.
was this the only issue?
No.
Nope.
It just became Dr. Spectre after that? Or
Well,
No.
it was affiliated.
Yeah. They had like a couple, 2 or 3 issues, I believe.
all right. Well, congratulations to who do won? Jackson Roy,
And Roy Kirk.
Captain Beyond. Welcome to the show. We got 41 still watching.
Ooh, Modnix, I've got that somewhere.
Okay, graphics going to be up next. Let's check out some of the chat first.
Mike, if you don't mind, if you let me go, and I got to take some medication. My eyes are like bugging out
Okay.
on me.
Let you go or let you go up?
No, I'll show my favorites and then I'll go.
Okay, okay.
And I apologize, just that I
No,
barely
go
can
for
see
it.
at this point. So
We love
so
you. We
this-
don't want you to
this is-
suffer.
I'm a big sci-fi fan, right? So this series, it's Whitman, but it's called Starstream, and they're all painted covers.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And unlike most of these, they actually credit the artists in these.
Right.
And these are classic stories by, some of the great science fiction writers at the time, like A. Von Vaught, Jack Williams, Sturgeon. Look at the detail on this one here.
Nice.
And this one is like kind of a futuristic and straight angle stuff.
So were those like 1980 or 79 or?
I believe they were 78 and 79. Yes,
They were trying to sell it to like an older college crowd.
that's exactly right. I was going to say exactly that's for an elder crowd. Here's one of my favorite covers with that hag.
Yep.
There,
Oh,
Grimm's
yeah.
Ghost Stories.
So Knights of Old wants to know what's the most expensive Gold Key comic. Maybe the end of that.
Scooby-Doo #1.
Yeah, definitely. Those
Which
black
one?
holes, the end of the black hole run.
I think you have this
That's
one, Mike.
worth more than the first Magnus?
Yeah.
Seriously?
I think it is. Yeah.
Some of those monsters comics are really
Yeah, the
expensive, too.
monsters are big. Yeah.
Space
Here's,
Ghost
one,
1.
here's one of my favorite Scooby-Doos with the mustached Dracula.
Oh yeah, nice.
And
Was that drawn on there or was that really on there?
No, that's part of the art. I didn't draw that in there. That's part of the art. Yeah.
Nice. I bet that book's worth a little bit of money.
And I'll
too.
end with this one, my favorite Flash Gordon cover,
Oh, cool.
Riding the Shark. Yeah. All right, guys. I'll watch the rest of the show, but
All right, Roger. Thanks for
Roger, good
participating,
seeing
buddy.
you, buddy. Take care of yourself.
it's been a
Have a
pleasure
good week.
with all you guys. Thank you,
See you,
chat.
buddy.
Yeah, take care.
Doesn't riding the shark have another meaning? Oh, well.
Let's keep
Well,
it family friendly.
Here's some
Right.
Korak.
Shit, Drew. God damn it.
Bleep bleep.
Korak.
How much of the run do you have on that Tarzan? Or the Korak?
The Korak, I have the whole thing.
How many issues?
And then he goes into DC for a few issues. They keep the numbering.
Ah, there you go.
Nice.
Is that #1, Micah?
4.
4.
And here's number 7.
Oh.
More Korak.
Right.
And another Korak, right? No, it's Star Trek.
I thought it was Tarzan.
Yeah.
Zorro. I was trying to think of the actor. That was Guy Williams, right? That
Yep.
played Zorro.
Yeah. Hold on.
Oh, you're anticipating.
They all look similar.
Oh yeah, they probably knocked all these poses in one afternoon. And
Guy Williams, the father in Space Family, Lost in Space.
Heckle and Jekyll.
And Smokey the Bear. These boys are incredibly strong. You ever carry a pool once it's full of water?
I had to drag it.
You should put the pool over here. No.
Do you have like a business card on the back of one of those?
Well, I try my best to put a little
okay.
bit of information. So
You make it very colorful.
yes, I try sometimes. And
Who's the actor
Jambo, here's some Hot Mermaid action.
Ooh.
And that may look familiar to Jambo. Jambo gave that to me. And then about 3 years ago, I kidded him about this. Hey, Jambo, here's some more Hot Mermaid action.
Nice.
I don't know if you remember
Cracky.
that. So, the Aristocats, number 1. And then they had a spinoff of that, the Aristokittens, with quite a crossover. So you got Chippendale, Dumbo, and Scamp. And I think back in the 40s, they made a Dumbo movie. So this thing's going to take off any minute now, probably.
UFO, flying saucers, or flying drones.
Yeah.
There you go.
Do your Tarzan yell.
I'm not Carol Burnett.
Top Cat. I'm telling you, the Top Cats are fun reads. You got the whole run?
No. I'm trying to go fast for you. Because I literally pulled a whole. Here's a werewolf. So,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I remember seeing that one.
has there been a Yosemite Sam yet?
I don't think so.
Oh,
I say. Or was that Foghorn Leghorn?
that's Foghorn. Yeah.
Rootin' tootin'.
Here's a beautiful one.
Nice pterodactyl.
Oh, I already showed that. Based on from a cartoon, a little cartoon movie. You asked about the spine-tingling tales.
There you go.
So there's one. They introduced this guy, Durak, the barbarian.
And
His
another
one and
mermaid.
one and only appearance.
That's a better mermaid.
Yeah, I think so too.
So I'm going to show some comparison. So here is the
Nice.
first, the robot fighter. See her pose. She's in the corner. Now, when they redid the cover, she's up and running. So,
Huh. What issue number are those? Do you have them written on there?
yeah, number 46 and 25.
Okay, so wow, so 21 issues later.
Yep.
And then they remade that with all this red here on the bottom.
I've discovered some of those gold keys have marked jeweler inserts, but they're not to cardboard. They're just on a page.
And
found
you may
some,
need to make notation because sometimes you'll get a 15-cent cover and then you'll get a 20-cent cover. And I don't care. I don't look for any particular. I'm just glad to have them. But you might get somebody saying, "Hey, you're selling that. Is that a 50?" I don't know.
Yeah. I don't really care about the marked jeweler insert thing either, but
Well, all the issues had that ad printed. It wasn't just so that's not really exclusive to military bases.
okay.
Yeah, but if they have the insert, that's a different thing.
I don't know how many more you want me to go.
Go a couple more.
All right. Oh, yeah, here. This was about a year before that Star Trek episode where they go through that.
The City on the Edge of Forever.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Well, then on a Boris.
Wow, how did you remember that?
All right.
All right. Moving over to Jambo.
Cool. Got some more
There we go.
Magnus.
Look at those robot legs.
Crazy robot legs. Bring Micah. He just showed this one.
Yeah, I prefer the black boots because he wore white boots for half the series.
Yeah, kind of like Go-Go looking.
Yeah.
And I think Micah showed this one also.
Right.
Cool. But we're all nerds.
Right. You guys got this one?
Oh, I think I used to have that. That's cool because it's got the Bigfoot.
Yeah, it's got the
Or no,
Bigfoot.
not the. Is that Bigfoot or is that Holly from?
It's a Wookiee, right? There's the
Yeah, what's the guy down there? That's with the genie.
buggy.
The guy by the barcode. There was a
Yeah.
genie or something.
I'm not sure.
Remember the genie that used to go yabble dabble.
Oh yeah. Some more Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea.
Wasn't Sea Hunt out at the same time as that?
I think. I'm not sure. I know some of these were black and white.
I think they have some Sea Hunt comics. Are they Dell?
I think so.
Nice.
Good one, Jackson. Space Family Robinson. So no Lost in Space yet.
Some of these have been in the box too long.
That's what she said.
Oh boy. I'm surprised at you.
Are you almost completed on the run there?
Yeah, I'm getting close. I still got a few. I'm probably about 2/3 done, something like that. These-
Cool. Yeah, Fishbowl I'll cover.
yeah, the beta fighting fish there. The giant.
Oh
ants,
yeah.
them.
Great cover.
Nice
I think
rocket
you
cover
guys-
too.
I've already showed most of these. But
I
they are
have that
cool
one. That's a
covers.
good cover. Yeah. Nice.
And some HR puffin
Yeah.
stuff.
Freddie and his flute. Witchy poo. Dastard. Do the Muttley laugh.
Muttley.
Do the Muttley laugh.
There's there's Penelope Pit Stop.
Bondage cover.
Yeah.
I'll put that in the tag. Bondage covers.
And there's
Get more views.
Dagar.
There's a black woman on the cover. You don't see that much.
No, not so often.
Okay, over to Grotz.
Oh, okay. Shoot. All right. Well, I'm just OCD trying to get everything back into these boxes here. Here's Cave Kids. I think someone showed this, or I heard someone showing it. This is when they first formed their band. Later, they were teenagers and still had a band, but whatever. Cave Kids, fantastic. Deputy Dog is one of the greatest cartoons ever. Oh, that's better at that angle. Pulling all these comics out, I shouldn't have done it, man. It's just. Here's a lot of Terry Toon stuff. I'm not sure why in the late 60s, Hanna-Barbera pulled all their stuff, and so did King Features, and they went over to Charlton. It's like, why? Because it was kind of a step down, because the way Charlton drew Fred Flintstone is really kind of horrible. I can't remember. My brain is gone, honestly. But the guy that created Dr. Spectre and Dagar or Dagger or whatever, I always called him Dagar. It sounded better. Like I always thought Dr. Solar sounded better, than Dr. Solar. I can't get used to Dr. Solar. But the guy that created all this is a friend of mine on Facebook. He's a really cool guy. He's writing stories for. He also worked for Warren, and what's his name? Someone will tell us in the chat. He right now those fake Warren magazines coming out from Warren, like Shudder and Vampirus Carmilla. They send everything to him, and he goes over it and makes sure it's very Warren-like, and he writes some of the stories. But anyway, he's still around, the guy that created these characters.
So Captain Strangelife's checking in. Sorry to hear about
cool.
your wife. I hope she gets better.
How's she doing? What is it? Does it say how she's doing?
Slowly recovering.
Okay.
To comment on your Flintstones, Charlton's Flintstones was so horrible. I read it. I just hated it.
Oh, yeah. This may have been the only issue of Frankenstein Jr. and the Impossibles. This was a great cartoon. The Impossibles was fantastic. Here's an original property. John Steele. It's like their version of James Bond. John Steele, Secret Agent.
Never saw that one.
They did an Avengers one, the British Avengers,
Yep.
but they called it Emma Peel and John Steed because Marvel had already had that title. I thought I had all these. I have these two, but I don't have the one that's just Space Ghost on his own, and I probably will never have it because I'm sure
Herculoids. So question, Grottu, what's the point of having comics if you can't pull them out of the box?
I pull them out of the box, but then they're not in order, and then I got to put them back in order.
Well, you got to pull them out sometime.
Yeah, I pull them out 1 or 2 or 5 at a time, not stacked this high.
Yeah,
because
it takes me
the dog's trying to chew on them to tell me it's time for dinner, and then I'm appearing like an insane person on this show because it's like, the dog's. I'm
staying up till 1 a.m. to make sure they're all put away before Monday.
Well, I'm going to have these all put back, but right now I kind of would like to go because it's like freezing in the house. I don't know, man. I just got to put them away for the dog.
Feed your dog more. Feed your dog some more food.
She eats a lot, trust me. Mighty Hercules, who really, if you kind of look at him, it looks like
Superman,
1950s Superman.
He does.
Okay, I pulled that. I pulled some I'm just going to show you the rest of Magnus Robot Fighter. This was one of their best comics. Truly fantastic. And I was just thinking, when whatever that company in the 90s bought some of the
Valiant
key properties, Valiant, did they also buy Dr. Solar? I'm going to call him Solar because it sounds better. Because it's like, as a kid, I swear I thought it was Dark Seed, not Dark Side. And now to think about it, it sounds better to me, Dark Seed. That sounds a better name than Dark Side. Dark Side's just too obvious. And Dr. Solar, whatever I thought it was. These are things I've never said out loud because who the hell do you talk who the heck do you talk about this stuff with until YouTube came along? Nobody knows what this stuff is, and why would you go out on a date and talk about this stuff? Oh, Judge Colt's another original. That's a great one. This was called Danger Man in England. In the United States, it was called Secret Agent, and they used the Johnny Rivers song "Secret Agent Man" as the theme song. But it's kind of like the prequel.
What's that blue? Is that a sticker on there?
Yeah, there was a store, an amazing store. You really ought to go to it in your travels as a trucker. If you go through Dallas, go to a store called Duncanville Books. They just, unless it's a high dollar book, they put them in the bins with stickers. The stickers have meaning, like green is $2, and they don't price them. They just put stickers on them. But if it's a high dollar book, they put a sticker on there where it has the 8.5 condition, whatever, and it has
Presentable copy.
Yeah. So Secret Agent. Okay, I'm almost done with this garbage. Let's see. This is a childhood copy. It really should be bagged and boarded. Let's see. Some hippies dancing with a skeleton. Man, how did it get in this condition, man? Maybe because it's not bagged and boarded. But yeah, it's like you got this amazing painted cover, and then it goes to this inside. And that was always disappointing as a kid. And here's I'm breeding someone with this issue of Mighty Samson, but it's future world, kind of like DC with Commandy, but it's like they've forgotten the names, or it's it's like they call New York New York.
Are those victims of yours hanging from the curtain rod?
Oh, the skulls. I'll leave that to your imagination. Quick Draw McGraw. This one is from the childhood collection of Peter O'Toole.
Really?
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I'm really telling the truth.
We got about 10 more minutes, so we can just chat, show some books while we're chatting.
Okay, I'll show the last 8 here so I can get them put back. Oh, you need to show yours. Okay.
No, go ahead. Everybody can show. We'll show last 10 minutes. Man. Last 10 minutes, everybody show. You're not feeding them
we'll
enough.
All show in our own. This Mr. Ed. We'll show in our own little squares and get this shit.
It's the Hollywood Squares. Walt Disney Showcase.
Wonder how many kids use this.
So here's
dartboard.
Here's Buffy or Jody from the Family Affair.
Oh yeah.
Here's my childhood Whitman Scooby-Doo.
Herbie Rides Again.
Oh my God. Son of Ghoul. I think that's what Svengoolie used to be called.
Island at the Top of the World. I remember this? Island at the Top of the World.
Yeah, that was actually a good movie, it seemed like. Seemed like it was okay.
Disney classic with a reprint in there and Mickey. Fortune teller cover.
Okay, I'm done. I'm not pulling any.
No, I want to see that snowman one. Let's see that snowman.
Oh, okay. It's new Terry Tunes.
Oh,
Anytime,
cool.
Terry Tunes, be it from the 1930s or 1960s, they're all consistently great. These are actually printed, these mustaches. It's Echo and Jekyll being mischievous.
Who got in more mischief, Woody Woodpecker or Echo and Jekyll?
Gee,
Woody Woodpecker.
That's an interesting question. I've stayed up late thinking about that quite often.
I love that. Oh, I didn't show my favorite cover, my favorite book. Jamie McFeeters, starring Kurt Russell.
I don't remember that at all.
I've never seen that one. No.
Charles Bronson made his debut also in the last 13 episodes.
That's a TV show?
Yeah, Western. It's a Western. Jamie McFeeters.
I think I actually remember seeing that. I thought it was a movie. Is it a movie or a series?
Series from 63 to 64.
Okay, I've seen episodes. But
13 episodes with Charles Bronson.
No idea that they
based on Robert Louis Taylor's award-winning novel of the same name.
Okay.
So that's my favorite gold key.
Why?
Just because it's so unique.
Oh yeah. No one's ever.
Witch, you got Witch, and then Super Goof.
Yeah.
Super Goof. And I didn't show any Turok, so
Someone should do a. Frank
Those are
Miller
great.
should do a Super Goof Returns. Where he's ultra violent and a dystopian future.
MICKEYMOUSE.
The black on Mickey Mouse's head is supposed to be rat hair, right? Is that correct?
I would think, yeah.
Yeah, it's stylized rat hair. It's the hairline.
My cousin claims that she came up. They had a contest in grade school. She came up with "Give a Hoot, Don't Pollute." She claims that that's hers. So I don't know how true that is.
They shafted her out of millions of dollars.
The Wild Wild West. It's a nice.
Yeah, that's
copy.
great. I've never seen that issue. That's
Here's
great.
a giant issue. Woody Woodpecker's Summer Fun.
All right.
Collection of reprints. Paid $5 for that. Guys, it's been awesome. We did good. We got 5 minutes left still.
Can I, if you put me on full screen to show a comparison of something? So here's
that's not you. That's not
the
you.
wrong graphic. Here's a Dagar #1. And so why am I showing that? Because later, number 18, they did it again. And then number 19, they one issue later, they did the same thing, but they did a line drawing instead of the painted cover.
Wow.
So
Interesting.
be on the lookout for that. Dagar #2. And if you want to be really crazy, they made these little bitty ones, and it reprints Dagar #2. So
Oh man, I have one of those.
Any of you guys have a full run of those, the little mini books?
you should, because there's 2 Star Treks.
Yeah.
Hold on, I think I have.
I am missing those. I thought about just buying the whole set. I think there's about 15 Grottu. Is that right?
Those were, I don't know. There were giveaways in shoe stores, right?
Yeah.
So the kids
They're listed as
scream.
Dan Curtis giveaways,
Right.
1974.
And there's somebody on eBay, I think, that actually had one of the like a display that was made at the same time that said Dan
nice.
Curtis and all that stuff. You had all
What were
of
they?
them.
Dark Shadows? What were you showing?
Those little minis. I don't know what he's showing.
This Dagar.
Dan Curtis. Dan Curtis's name is on Dagar.
That's if you want to look this up, like my comic shop, you search for Dan Curtis giveaways, and so this would be number 8, and then the next one will be like Star Trek or Ripley's or whatever.
There must have been a Dark Shadows if Dan Curtis's name somehow got on. I don't know. I guess it's the same Dan Curtis behind Trilogy of Terror and Kolchak, I guess. I don't know much about those little comics.
Sometimes my comic shop doesn't exactly come up with, I think, the better name to be searching for. There's a Dick Tracy series that I think should be called the Reuben Award series, because that's what it says on every comic, but they list it as Dick Tracy 1984. So it'll mess up your search engine searches, or if you want to search on mycomicshop.com.
This is
They
Fest
also have a
Parker
terrible
#1.
spell correct.
Yeah.
What is Daniel Boone? Cool, yeah.
#1.
That's
Worth a lot of
hilarious. Ed
money.
Ames playing an Indian.
This has an official Trailblazers Club handbook inside.
Ooh.
So there you go. I wonder if that's like a Mark Jewelers, if it's worth money. Well, gentlemen, we had about 40 people consistently tonight, which is probably a record for my show, for any of my live shows. I do truly appreciate all of you participating, showing cool comics and your passion and excitement. And what a way to kick off the new year, man.
Yeah.
Grottu, you get to have fun putting your books away later.
Oh, I'm doing it now. I'm not
He's
going to
getting
bed
Great
without
that
putting
too.
this
Some
shit
guys I
stuff
hadn't seen in
away.
a long time.
I did show the Scarecrow issue about an hour ago.
Yep.
Congratulations to Jackson Roy
Yeah.
for his win. We have another viewer here, the Stoic. I don't know how you guys can you say that? I can't. I think they were 9 of the Dan Curtis
Wow.
giveaways.
Excellent.
I think that Steve, I hate Disney and he changed his name from I Love Disney and Comics to whatever happened to Disney and Comics.
Yeah.
It seems like he got two. It seems like he should get a couple of comics, like not a full prize, but it seems like he should get a He was almost there, man.
Well,
but you're the rule maker.
I only have one giveaway, and actually I want to fly him over here to Florida next month for my birthday.
Oh,
So,
well, then that's his prize.
yeah.
He gets to meet you and get your autograph.
Well, we hung out before. I went to his house, so it's his turn
Oh,
to come
yeah.
over here.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, man.
But I don't know. He's reluctant. His wife said he's got to do it, so I think it's going to happen.
Oh, cool.
I want him to come, and so we can go hunting on President's Day at the flea market.
Oh, I thought you were going to go like hunting for deer or something.
No,
People
I
around
only hunt
here
for
never
comics.
say hunting for comics. When they say hunting, it's deer. But
Well, all right. Thank you to everyone in the chat. Wonderful comments, wonderful, cool kids here, man. I really appreciate all the support that you show the channel and all these guys here, because this is the whole reason we collect comics, so we can share with our friends and just therapy,
that's
man.
not why
Therapy. I collect them to keep sane. That's why I do it.
Yeah.
So
It is kind of therapy. It does.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
this is like a padded room in here.
Yeah.
Well, have fun, guys, putting your comics back. Thank you. We're gonna end the stream. Everyone have a great night and have a
great show,
happy
Mike. It really was.
New
It was,
Year. See y'all.
was
Take
fun
shoes
seeing
off. Y'all
everybody.
come back now.
See ya.
See you guys.